You know, I was getting proud that I already had like 3 or 4 consecutive videos of not being Fire Emblem, but it had to happen. So, as you have implied, finally, after what, 2019? Maybe, when was Three Houses first announced? 2018? Anyway, after so many years, we have a new mainline, completely new entry in the Fire Emblem series. And, well, it's no doubt that with this franchise, because, okay, how do I put this? Say, put someone like maybe Monolith Soft, like Xenoblade Chronicles, it doesn't worry me too much that the games are gonna be amazing, no. But Intelligent Systems is one of those companies that always has me on the edge on whether the new product is gonna be great or terrible, or Fates. Really, no, I think it was just a traumatized. And today, I wanna give a quick look, give my thoughts about the new Fire Emblem, the trailer, what I think, what I hope, so let's begin! Anyway, yeah, this is not important. Okay, with this I instantly knew it was Fire Emblem because when they mention dragons, you know, it's fucking Fire Emblem, and especially Failed Dragon, like, that's Grima's title. This is the thing that first caught my eye. These are all previous characters, like, something I quickly wanna mention. I noticed that Ike is wearing his father's clothes and Urban, and Lucina is wearing her outfit from her legendary alt in Heroes, and she has Thuck, I think it was called Thuck. She has a bow. It was nowhere to be seen in Awakening, but they only made that for Heroes. So this really catches my attention that Heroes potentially is influencing this game. I mean, I think the summoning part is obvious enough, but yeah. Micaiah, I got very excited when I saw her. There's Sigurd. Also, was it Mia or Sigurd was wearing a lens? Anyway. Yeah, Marth, we saved the world, yada yada yada, the world is fine, let's go. So, this is the first thing I want to mention. The new protagonist is just... So, I'm pretty sure many of you are already aware. This Fire Emblem was leaked many months ago, but I wasn't exactly believing it, and not gonna lie, for a second I was thinking, I hope it's not real, and that's for one reason only. This protagonist, and it's because it's genuinely one of the fucking ugliest designs I've ever seen. It's not like, for example, Chess, who, as I said previously, Chess, I like their designs, even if their color palette, like the purple hair and the orange clothes, it was a weird combo. I got used to it, but this one, how do I put this? Say, I don't think the design is awful in its entirety. It's very generic, but I feel like they took generic and added so many things that on paper sounded cool, but it's so much. It's so overbearing, and I have to admit, contrary to the leaks, in action the protagonist looks better, but it's so ugly. I think this time I'm actually gonna play as a girl because I really can't stand this one. What else was I gonna say? That... Oh yeah, and I just want to make this clear right away. There's a chance this protagonist, I think this protagonist sucks on the sign, but I am still optimistic that as a character he can be good. I mean, yeah, I don't think, what I think the design is it's almost as bad as Corrin's. At the very least, the character can be good because I just hope I don't hate this character, this protagonist. But anyway, yeah, I think that's about the issues I have with him. Well, this and something else, like, okay, battle. Here, in action, it looks decent. Okay, that character, she caught a lot of my attention. I think she's gonna be fun, and she's fighting like with a staff, so that catches my attention. Or maybe she's just a healer, who knows? Okay, like Dimitri, I like her. And here is the main mechanic of the game. The emblems or rings, whatever, summoning heroes from previous games. And it surprises me because Awakening, since it was gonna be the last game in the franchise, it had the Enerjars, no wait, that's a Sonic comic villain. But it had those cards, and they had some conversations when you recruit them, but their models were based on Robin. Like, they used the character creator of Robin and tried to make them look as close as possible to the previous characters. So here, what I do like about Fire Emblem Engage is that these characters, these models, are like more faithful to their characters, you know? But here's the other thing that bothers me about the protagonist.
If I may, you are a divine dragon, a member of a royal family of dragons revered as deities.
The war.
Okay, so the protagonist is like all this super important being a god. The protagonist is literally a god. And I don't know, look, I'm not saying it can be bad, but I think many characters are more interesting when they are not royalty or minor royalty, like the ones from Elivie, Ike, you know, all that kind of stuff. But again, I give them the benefit of a doubt. Maybe they can be a good character, and I hope that's the case. But when they say, "Oh, you are a god," my brain is instantly programmed like, "Oh my god, Corin 2.0. Oh, Your Majesty. Oh my god, I suck your cock." And I just hope they don't go so overboard with sucking the protagonist's dick. Because for me, that always sucks. Gauntlets are back! Gauntlets are back! And that makes me super happy. That makes me super happy. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can see they give you skills and stats. That makes sense. So this is basically the replacement for Pair Up. And one other thing, I like that Sigurd has his original voice from Heroes.
Sigurd, leave it to me.
Little things I appreciate. Little things I appreciate. And something else I have to praise soon. Okay. I was thinking, so are these spirits gonna be like the Energizers from Awakening? Because here you can clearly see that Mort has a speech bubble, so I guess you can interact with them in the hub world and all of that. And it catches my attention because this can be both good and a bad thing. I mean, I know there's gonna be plenty new characters and such, but when you have this all cast and just OCs, people are gonna care more about the veterans, you know, the older characters, because they're already popular and whatnot. So I hope the Energizers, well, these Ring Emblem characters, the past ones, don't overshadow the new ones, because I think the new ones also need time to shine. And I hope we don't get another situation like the first Warriors game, where, again, you have many previous popular characters, so nobody gives a shit about Rowan and Ilyana, so let's hope that's not the case here. Also, Rowan and Ilyana sucked, so there's also that. Clothes. I like that. That's something I wish they improve upon from Three Houses. And okay, another thing I have to mention: these cinematics look amazing. I love them, but the in-game footage, I know it's still not out yet, but a little bit better from Three Houses. But that's not saying a lot, you know. But again, there's always time for improvements, so that's totally fine. Let's see what happens. I like those skills. Okay, this is with Celica. So you have like your mortar, you could say. That animation, those hands like this, Celica does that in Shadows of Valentia, so I appreciate that attention to detail. So that's something that has me optimistic about this game, that it's gonna have some very good fan service. I hope that's the case. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, and also, other than the dialogue, I just hope that, well, it seems that these previous heroes are also gonna be super relevant in the story, so we gotta see how it goes. And now, I gotta say, the art style! This is probably gonna be the most controversial one, but the art style is... I have to say, it's good, it's super colorful, like, that's the main thing. I love the colors, and about half of these character designs are amazing. Like the red guy on top, that purple lady, and the other lady below that looks very cheerful and bubbly. I think those are very good designs. But maybe it's gonna be another case like half good, half awful. I'm still gonna give it the benefit of a doubt, but I like the art style. But it also reminds me to some generic JRPGs that you saw like on Steam. For example, I remember this one, Hyperdimension Neptunia. I don't know if they're good or bad, but at least the art style look super ultra generic and unappealing for me. Like, sure, it looks nice, it has nice colors, it's cutesy, but nothing truly sets it apart. Maybe I'll get used to it. If I could get used to the Three Houses art style, which, by the way, at first I could get... I also threw shit at it. I can totally get used to this. But yeah, those protagonists really don't click with me. I mean, the girl is kinda cute, but the male guy... Somebody said he looks like a VTuber, and he's right. He's totally right. But what can you do? Again, you can have a bad design, but be a good character. I mean, I like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the game infamous for being like super weeboo shit, and it has Rex as a protagonist, and I like the game, and I like Rex despite his terrible design, so there's always hope. There's always hope. So yeah, really, what else can I say? I'm glad it's coming out very soon. It's gonna be an interesting ride. Right now I am, of course, optimistic and all of that. I think that's the key word. I'm a bit skeptical, but I don't exactly have like... I don't have the best first impressions, mostly because of the art style and the graphics, but again, if I ended up loving Three Houses as much as I do now, I'm optimistic I'm gonna love Fire Emblem Engage as much. So, we gotta wait and see how this goes. Anyway, if you wanna add something else, if there's some thoughts you wanna share, you know there's always the comments. I'll be more than glad to hear you out, guys. Have a wonderful day and take care. New video coming out very soon, and once I return we have Dead Rising, and once again returning to Fire Emblem. Take care, goodbye.